I woke up early this morning and I did all of my normal morning things, and then I had a little bit of time to actually look on Facebook, which I don't normally do. And it's because sometimes it just kind of makes me sad. I this morning was reading some comments and some posts, and it's just like I don't understand it sometimes, the reasoning behind the things people say, and it brought me back to something I taught my kindergartners and my first graders, because I was a school teacher for 10 years. And there were 3 things I always had them ask themselves before they said anything to a friend or wrote it or really shared something, right? Because our words cast spells. Our spelling casts spells into the world, and those can be positive or negative. They can be light or they can be dark. And so the 3 things I have them ask themselves, and that I ask myself before I speak, before I share, is number 1, is it kind? Number 2, I'm about to get sprayed by a sprinkler. Number 2, is it necessary? Number 3, is it true? I actually did those out of order because of the sprinkler, but is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? These are the 3 questions we should always ask ourselves before we say anything. Because if it isn't kind, it's going to cause harm. If it isn't necessary, it doesn't need to be said. And if it isn't true, it's not true. So these are the 3 things I encourage you to ask yourselves before you say something, before you speak something, before you write something on somebody's post. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? And if the answer isn't yes for every single one of those, it's not needed. So for me, I've noticed I like to test myself. So there are some people who I keep on my feed and I stay friends with because they challenge me. Every time I read their posts, I feel my fire. I feel myself wanting to say something that isn't always kind, isn't always true, isn't always necessary. So they stay on my feed, they stay my friends, because it's an opportunity for me to grow. So I can see those things, I can read through my response to it, my reaction to it. I can look at myself and I can see, why is this triggering me? Why does this bother me? What isn't in alignment for me? And I get to look at myself and I get to ask myself those questions towards whatever I read, and I get to grow. So sometimes those challenging things, we don't have to respond. We can do the work inside of ourselves and we can grow within without having to cause harm into the world around us, without casting dark spells with our spelling, with our language into our world. So that's my invitation for you this morning. Really check yourself. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? And then challenge yourself when you have the urge to speak up, to say something that doesn't meet those 3 things. Look within. Why are you being triggered? What is yours to do in this? Where is your reflection? How can you grow? Do the work and then release it and move forward and be kind and be true and be necessary in your life. So, I love you. Have an amazing day. You deserve it. You get to choose it. See you soon.